What does it mean to be the church? Is church just a building we visit once a week? Is it about the preacher, the music, the coffee, or the lights? Does church happen only in big buildings when there's world-class production? What about when churches gather in homes or schools or parks? What makes someone a part of a church? Is it about filling out a form, checking a box, or showing up a certain number of times? Is it about giving, serving, or watching online? But deeper still, what if I've been a part of a church for years, yet nothing about me has really changed? What if my faith feels stagnant? My life doesn't look any more like Jesus than it did when I first started. When the church began, something powerful happened. A spiritual awakening swept across the world as people heard the truth about Jesus, who died, rose again, and ascended into heaven. His followers shared his message with boldness, and the church exploded with life, faith, hope, and love. Scripture says this about the early church: the Lord was with them. And I don't know if you've noticed, but something is stirring again. Spiritual revival is happening all across our country, on college campuses, in churches, in cities, in small towns. God is moving. But what about here? What if we prayed, expected, longed for revival here, for God to move in us, for God to move among us? What if we too long to experience the power and presence of God when we come together? This is what happens when God's church gathers, when we show up hungry for God. Over the next few weeks, we want to lean into what it means to be God's church and why it's so important that we gather. I want to not only invite you, but I want to ask you to join us, to prioritize being here and being with us. Let's come together with a hunger for God, and let's ask God to do what only God can do.